I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all about my family, and then I would love to, I'm gonna ask y'all questions the whole time too, but just so I don't put y'all on the spot too much.
All right.
And just, all right, all right, all right. So my family, okay. My mother had, she had five. There were five kids altogether. It was her and four others, and they were a rough and rowdy bunch. They started out in California, but then they made their way to Detroit, Michigan, where everybody lost their goddamn mind. I don't know how it happened, but when you go to Detroit, you just lose your shit. Apparently, my grandfather apparently was working. Actually, not even my real grandfather. I love him. He's always been my grandfather, but apparently, this is dark. Apparently, my real grandfather was a rapist who killed himself. Yeah, that's the story I've always been told. So if you feel like your family's fucked up, there's more. Just wait. Just wait. I love my family, but we are a dysfunctional ass tribe. So shout outs to the dysfunctional tribes out there. So anyway, so my mom got all her siblings. They in Detroit, and then eventually they decided that when my mom gets pregnant with me, she's a teenager, and she decides she's gonna, she's gonna bounce out to California. No, I'm sorry, she's already in California. Damn, this story is all over the place. So, anyways, my mom has me in California, and then immediately goes to jail. So I go out to Detroit with my family. Oh, or no, I got from foster care in California, and then I go out to Detroit with some of my family. So shout out to all my Detroit family. My mom comes back, and when we live with them for a little bit. Here you go. And then I go to Florida with my mother. After she gets out of jail, I go to Florida, and then I end up getting foster care in Florida because she's wilding out doing her goddamn thing. And then I go to live with family back in Detroit after foster care in Florida. And then from there, I go back to Tennessee to live with my mother for a couple of years. And that's where I get put in foster care for my third time. And I met so many wonderful people in foster care. So many wonderful people. And I had the Families What You Make It. One of my first homes, actually, was a family of Mennonites. If you know who they are, good for you. A lot of people, they're basically the Amish with a little bit of electricity. So this is one of my first foster homes, in Tennessee anyhow. And it's just weird, like going from me, who had been like all over, to now I'm like living in the middle of motherfucking nowhere. With these people who don't barely use electricity. Eventually, one day, like a week or so in, I came up to the dad. I was like, look, man, y'all are cool. Y'all are super cool, but this just can't work. I just can't live like this. I even met a girl at the little Bible meetings that I had a crush on in school, and she was in foster care too, and she's like wearing a bonnet and shit. She's like, it isn't so bad. All you have to do is succumb to the light. Like, get the fuck out of here. It was some weird culty type shit for sure, and I wasn't digging it. So I told him I got to bounce up out of there. And then, like, long story short, I bounced around. I was in foster care for years in Tennessee. And there's a lot of good people who try to make me part of their family. And I'm so glad that they did. I'm so glad and honored. Those Mennonite people, they were great. And now that I'm looking back, I'm like, man, I wish I knew some of the shit that they knew. Like, they would have taught me how to fucking skin an animal.
That's true.
That shit that me and my wife, we're trying to learn now. We're, like, backtracking because I want my family to know how to do it. Shout out and holla at us if it's a goddamn shame that we supposed to be the smartest animal on the planet, yet most of us can't feed ourselves. How the fuck? See, that's gotta stop with my family. You know what I mean? Like it is never gonna happen again. It is the buck stops here. God damn it, my family gonna know how to hunt and how to cut shit and cook shit and all that.